I'm Stephanie Filardi. Welcome to Mind the Gap, the podcast. I believe many people fall short of living the life of their dreams simply because they get stuck in what I call the gap. The vision behind this podcast is to help you understand how to navigate the gap and in the process, awaken to the life that is waiting for you. It starts now. Let's go. Hello, friends. Thank you for being here. Today, I want to talk about relaxing. Relaxing the body, relaxing the mind, deepening into what I spoke about in the last episode regarding letting go. I feel all of us can use the reminder and the tools to truly relax. We will start by taking our 3 conscious breaths, which some of you may actually experience the relaxation that comes from simply sitting and breathing and not having to do anything else. So let's begin by inhaling, filling belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, release, start to relax the body, relax the shoulders. Allow the muscles of the face to relax as you exhale. Inhale, draw the breath in, filling belly, ribs, and chest. On the exhalation, feel the entire body melting. Feel the shoulders moving down away from the ears. Feel the belly softening. Allow your muscles to relax. And then again, inhaling, filling belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, sweet release, letting go. Let the breath go. Let thoughts go, let tension go. Give yourself permission to truly listen today to the words I'm sharing with you. You can even treat this as an opportunity to relax. So, in the last episode when I spoke about letting go, and I talked about having faith and building belief and releasing our emotional attachment to outcome. I shared the reason why we do that is because we allow space for something better to come in. We allow space for the universe, God, Creator, to put before us something that maybe we couldn't have imagined because either we were in that contracted fear state or because maybe it just wasn't in the realm of our awareness. So the reason why we do these practices like meditation and yoga, writing, getting a massage, sound healing, for some of us it's exercise, is to relax. So what is it about relaxing that is so fundamental and so profoundly healing? Well, mainly, when we can relax our body and our mind and bring our nervous system back into a place of balance, then we're better able to respond to life. So we're better able to see the truth of things. We are able to get clarity. And it's also just an opportunity to enjoy things. So when we're stressed out, when our body is tense, when our mind can't relax, it's really hard to enjoy life, right? I remember times during my years working in the corporate world and traveling and having long days, even though honestly I did enjoy it. I knew it wasn't going to be forever, but I knew that I couldn't keep going at that pace. I couldn't keep going at the pace where I got up and went on the train and worked a long day and then took the train home. I mean, there were times, as I've shared in the past, that I'd be working out with my trainer at 9 o'clock at night and then forget about food prep and all that other stuff. And this was at a time when I wasn't yet married and I didn't have all the other responsibilities that sometimes happen as we move on in life. And I didn't even have kids either at the time. So what I found out about myself and my personality and what I need to relax is that I needed more balance. I needed a more flexible schedule. And I needed to know that I could have the time in my day to do the things that make me happy, like meditate, write, make a yummy breakfast. And for some of you, you might be relating, and for others, you might be like, nah, that's not my thing. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's about knowing yourself. So now I'm at the point where I really have fine-tuned what it is that helps me feel relaxed, including things like last week, taking some time off and disconnecting totally from all work email, all personal email, and all social media. For 7 days, I completely disconnected. I was only in contact via text and phone with a few loved ones because I wanted to be. So I can't tell you how rejuvenating it was to be completely disconnected from the endless emails and posts, etc., etc. And I realized after that week that it's something that I want to do more often. So I encourage you to look at where in your life and how in your life can you do things that nourish you. And maybe it's not about taking 7 days off from technology, but maybe it is about detoxing from some of the social media if you find yourself getting very emotionally attached or triggered. Maybe it's the opportunity to wake up in the morning and before you engage with your phone, you take some breaths, you meditate, you stretch, you write, you have something nourishing to eat. Everybody has different life circumstances, so you have to do what works for you. And I know that there's something that you can do. There's something that you can do starting today that would help you experience a sense of deeper relaxation. And oftentimes it's the things in life that make us feel not relaxed, meaning they trigger us, they stress us, that are the starting points. So for me, the barrage of email and all the social media was starting to make me feel stressed out. And there was nothing in particular that was happening that was stressful. It was like what I call information overload. So pay attention to the areas of your life that are not feeding you, the areas of your life that you feel like are more of a drain and depleting, and do what you can to create space for yourself. So I have a routine every day where I don't look at my phone until I have done certain practices, prayer, meditation, some stretching. I have created a routine where I'm not going to engage. Yes, I turn my phone on and I know that if someone needs to reach me, they're going to leave me a voicemail or a text, and that's okay. But I don't go into my email. I don't go into social media. And in fact, I've decided that I'm going to back off a little bit from social media right now because it's too much for my energy body. I explained this to someone the other day, like when I go onto my social media feeds, it feels to me like I'm going into a stadium with 1 billion people and I can hear every single one of their conversations. And to me, that is not enjoyable. I am much more of an introvert in terms of how I gain energy, and what I'm fascinated with in the world is more the inner journey. And I do like to be social and extroverted, but only after I have filled up with myself. So just notice, not everybody has that experience with social media. Some people love it and feel it's a form of connection. And again, no judgment, no right or wrong. But I finally said to myself, if this is something that I'm not enjoying, why am I doing it? okay, so from a practical standpoint, right, I like to promote things that I find inspiring. So whether I'm sharing a blog post or this podcast. So yes, there is a little bit of inner conflict that's like, oh, you should be, you have businesses, you should be promoting. But what I'm finding is that I trust at this stage of my life, and I have enough faith and belief that if someone wants to reach me and someone is interested in what I'm up to, they can find me. And I'm not feeling that I need to be on some of these social media sites in order to make that happen. I'm not necessarily concerned, shall I say. So this is an opportunity and an invitation for you to look at your life and to see where you can take back some of the time for you and some of the energy for you. Because remember, wherever our attention goes, our energy follows. So if we're putting our attention on things that are actually draining us and not uplifting us, then that's an area that we can look at. Because ultimately, if we're focusing our attention on things that aren't bringing us joy and giving us energy, it's most likely they're creating stress in some way, which is the exact opposite of feeling relaxed. So I know all of us are going through these times of uncertainty and challenge, and I'm reminding you once again, you're doing great. You keep showing up. You keep plugging in. You keep looking for ways to be inspired. So keep doing that. It makes so much more sense to invest your time and energy on things that light you up, on creating those vision boards and dreaming and having hope and focusing on building relationships with positive people. It's so much better of an investment of your energy and time to do that than to plug into things that drain you, whatever that is. And then there are obviously things that we have to do. We have responsibilities. So sometimes we have to be engaged in the work and we have responsibilities to our family. But just notice that you can also create space for the things that fill you up, right? So it's in particular those times when we feel more stressed out that we need to also make more time for things that relax us. And sometimes for me, it's the simple act of sitting and petting my cats or making some new yummy recipe. Like I'm going to make some yummy polenta tonight. So again, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It doesn't have to mean going away. But I do encourage you to have some sort of a bookend of your day. So like I shared in the morning, I don't engage with the phone until I've done my practices, until I can feel the connection to myself and I feel that relaxation and that clarity and that sense of peace. And then at the end of the day, I disconnect from my phone before bed. So I always have at least 20 to 30 minutes where I'm not on a device, where I'm either reading something that's a physical, and I don't read on my device. I do look at books and magazines. Sometimes I'm sitting and breathing, or maybe I'm listening to music of some sort. There is no television in my bedroom, and that is not what I do before bed. So just giving yourself these little spaces of things that are enjoyable, or sometimes it's even, putting your legs up the wall and having a nice stretch. So use this as an opportunity to see where you can let go. What can you let go of and trust that the universe has your back, that it's okay if you disconnect from some of these social media sites, that you're not alone. You can always go back, but maybe give it a try if you find that's an area of your life that seems to be taking up a lot of your time. Just trust. And again, this goes back to the letting go, not coming from a place of fear, but coming from a place of prosperity and abundance, and really honoring who you are and what is important to you in your life. I support you as always. Let's go. If you find this podcast helpful, and if it provokes you in any way, meaning you love what I have to say, or maybe you don't like it because it triggers you, awesome. I've moved something in you, and perhaps you will want to share this with someone else in your life who might be interested in being moved. So you can find us on Apple, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. And as always, feel free to share links with people you love, because remember, we are in relationship with each other. So the more that you are present and you invite other people on the journey, the more peaceful world we will live in, because we will be together understanding these concepts. So I thank you for your support, and you help us keep the show going by sharing it, by liking it, by giving us reviews, and helping us to grow. Thank you.